Hello and welcome everyone. So now that we have the markup for our home page ready, let's pull in some dynamic data from the table and display in this table. Okay, so let's remove this static data. For that, let's go to our editor and open index.php file. Now inside the tbody section, just come below and drop some PHP in there. Now we need to perform a query to interact with the database so that we can pull the data out from there. Now see that we are in this page, in this file we will be doing some operation with the database. Therefore we need the connection in this page, right? Therefore we need to include the dbcon file that we have. Okay, this file dbcon that we have created, and in this file we have the entire connection with the database. So now we need to include that file in this page. Okay, so we'll write include dbcon.php. okay, so now we have that file. Now let's perform the query. So here we will write dollar query, dollar query equal to, now we will write the MySQLi query. Okay, so this is select all from. Now we need to specify the name of our table. Okay, so let's go to the browser and see what was the name of our table. So our database name was CRUD operation and the table name is students. Okay, so here we will write students. Okay, so it's just saying that select everything from students table. So this is the query. Now we need to execute the query. Okay, so here we will create another variable result, and now we will write another PHP function that will execute the query. So this is MySQLi query. Okay, and in here we will pass two parameters, guys. Now we need to pass two parameters, and the first parameter will be our connection variable. See, we included the connection file, but if you see inside the connection file, this variable holds the entire connection. Okay, so now we need to pass this variable as the as a parameter in here. So we will write dollar connection, then comma, and then the second parameter will be our query. Okay, so now this dollar result variable will hold the entire set of data that this query will return. Okay, so if we will check whether the connection has been made or whether the query has been successful or not, whether this dollar result variable holds something or not. Okay, for that we will check if not dollar result. Okay, that means if the query has failed in a way, and here we will write inside the die function and we'll write query failed, and we will concatenate it with another MySQLi function, that is MySQLi error. So it will display the error in a better manner. Okay, and in the else block, if everything goes right, then we will, let's see how it looks. So let's print the dollar result variable and see what we get. Okay, so save this. Now come to the browser, come here. Okay, now hit refresh. Okay, so we are getting a MySQLi result object, and inside that we can see fields like current field is equal to 0, field count equal to 4, length num rows equal to 2. Okay, so field count 4 means we have 4 columns in our database. Okay, 4 columns are coming from in there, that is field count. And here we can see num rows equal to 2. That means 2 rows are affected. That means there are two rows in total. Okay, that's why it is showing a 2. Now we need the data inside this 2 rows. Okay, so for that we will use another function. Okay, and you can see here we are getting a yes. Okay, so it is coming from here. See, in the dbcon file we echo out the yes part. Okay, if the connection is met, then we don't need this actually. If the connection is met, then everything is all right, and if the connection is not met with the database, then we are displaying this connection failed error. Okay, so remove this from here. Now come here, let's remove this. Right here we will use a while function, because suppose right now in this case we will be having 2 rows, correct? We will be getting 2 rows. That means we need to start a loop. Okay, we need to loop through the rows so that we can show the data from each row, correct? That's why we will use a while statement right here. So while, and inside there we will create the dollar row, and now we will write the function that is called MySQLi fetch assoc. and in here we will pass the dollar result variable. Okay, so what will happen now, that it will fetch each row's data and it will store in this dollar row variable, and we now need to use this dollar row variable with each field name to display that data particularly. Okay, so let's see how it will work. And in here we want our table. Okay, in here now where the cursor is, we want our table to be right here, so we can't just put HTML in there, so therefore we will end PHP right here and drop few lines and then again start PHP. Okay, so this while loop is in continuation, but inside here whatever we will put, we will get it in the loop. Suppose I just echo out a statement like echo say 1. Okay, so okay, the PHP won't work there, sorry guys. Let's put in h4 only, h4 hello. So how many times you think this hello will get printed? Let's see. Come here, refresh. See, we got 2 hellos. Why? Because the loop ran 2 times. So we have 2 rows in our database. Okay, so now what we need to do here is that remove this from here, come here and pick a row from here, cut it and paste it in here. Okay, and now we don't need this other row. Let's remove this, and inside here where we have given our static ID, let's put some PHP in there. Remove that, write PHP, and now we will echo out each field. So echo dollar row, and what was our field name for the first column in database? ID, then its first name, last name and age. Okay, so here we will write ID. That's it. Now just copy this entire PHP statement from here and paste it in all these 3 areas. Okay, now we need to change this to first name, these to last name, and this to age. Okay, save this and go to your browser and hit refresh. Okay, so now we can see that we are getting the dynamic data which we have in our database. So let's see what we have in our database. Okay, so if you want to see that it is dynamic or not, then we can come here and edit this age to be say 28. Okay, save this. Okay, so we changed the age in our first row. Now if we come here and we hit refresh, see we got 28 right here also. So now we are pulling the exact data dynamically in our application. So guys, this is the read operation from the CRUD operations. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give a thumbs up to the video and let's meet in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.